these screws and I can't come back.
What?
Make sure you get me on the live.
Really?
Yeah.
Give me a little bit of block in the front. Give me a little bit of block.
Yeah, we're on. We're streaming now.
Hello, everybody.
There's Ian. There's Dustin down there. All
We're
right.
close. Do you see anything? No.
We are live. All right, guys. I'm looking at the live chat.
All right, polar aligning in New York City.
Okay, everybody, we are here in the center of Times Square with a lot of astronomical optical equipment with an attempt to try and show people the stars from one of the most light-polluted places on the planet. It is bright here. No flashes are necessary, but it's crazy. Lots of people. And so I'm streaming this on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and I think Facebook on OPT's page, but I'm not sure if it's getting to Facebook or not. So I will, I'll be live streaming this and showing it to you guys. I've got the live chat up both on Discord and I'm looking at the YouTube live chat as well. So let me know what you think of all this stuff. We got two Takahashi sitting on, no, one Takahashi and a Skywatcher. Let me go over here and show you this.
What do you mean by hydrogen? Any target, any emission.
Hey guys, what kind of scopes are you setting up? I'm live streaming this on YouTube.
Yeah, so we got a Takahashi TSA 120 and then a Skywatcher refractor.
All right. Now these Takahashi's folks are nice instruments.
Beautiful telescope.
Yeah, beautiful telescopes. I'm trying to move this around with a tripod in my hand, so let me just walk around.
Yeah,
And there's the Skywatcher there.
I'm going to move this one forward.
Now what I like about those Takahashis is there's a focuser on it called a feather touch
do
focuser.
narrow band
and it's
imaging
really
from
nice.
the center of Times Square and try to get H alpha. So ionized hydrogen.
So we're going to try and see if we can ask him to set up next to the imaging scope.
Hey Dustin,
And,
say something, man. We're here. We're doing stuff.
Polar alignment, man. That's going to be the tricky part
Oh,
right
is that
here.
it? All right. So
Yeah.
we're polar aligning right now.
Once we get this piece done,
There's
man,
Steven
we're up and
Swancoat.
running.
He's
Steven.
he's helping out. Hey.
Yeah, I do.
All right, so they're still setting up. We just got here. And let me tell you, man, it was crazy. There's some crazy ass traffic out here. We were an hour late and we left. I think it took us like over an hour to get here from Tribeca. So it was a hell of a drive. And so a lot going on, a lot of people here. They're not here for the telescopes, but they don't know yet, you know, what they're in for. So anyway, I am holding a great many things. This is the battery pack. I'm holding this fucking heavy. And I've got a live stream unit in my pocket. So trying to make as portable as possible. We should have plenty of battery power though, and bandwidth for a change. And hopefully you guys can hear me. You know, every time we do this live streaming business, I'm always the one struggling with audio. It's always audio. Anyway, this is part of a documentary. This is Keetak. He's a cameraman.
Hey.
Hey. He's filming with Steven Swancoat a documentary on amateur astronomy, and this is in it. So he's busy filming that as well. Sorry, I keep messing this up. I need to screw down a couple things. That's better. Oh yeah. All right. Let me go set up right here.
Run exposure to find it, and then just fine. No, run exposure to find it. Roughly? Yeah.
Sorry. All right. right, let me get up. Yeah, we are. Okay, sound is okay, Tony. Good, James Dugan. Good day. Superluminal, loud and clear. Thank you. Please come to Australia. You know, that might happen. We might actually try Australia. I was talking with Dustin about that earlier this week. So here we are. Hey guys, you are live. Hi from the UK. Boy, it's late there right now. Thanks for staying up. Thanks for staying up. CGX, 3,500 bucks. Yeah, Takahashi's are 55. Takahashi's are pretty nice. Like $4,000 for that telescope there. Okay.
What we do is we post a photo that shows the light pollution.
Yeah, so we're here. All right, that's it for the chat for now. I'm doing too many things, so I want to make sure I get some more of this stuff for people to watch. They're still live streaming. I mean, still focusing. I'm live streaming. They're focusing.
That's 300 million years old. They already happened 300 million years ago. That's what they look like.
Yes, I need to see this on Gibson Pics.
Yeah, this is Gibson.
Where is this shot from?
This is all from San Diego.
Oh yeah. So now New York.
What you setting up there, Ian? Talk to us, buddy.
QHY camera.
Okay.
QHY camera.
I look forward to seeing it.
This is Ian Lauer.
Awesome.
He's the one that makes this stuff happen.
Can you grab that chair? Can you grab that chair? Yeah, no
Taking
problem.
the time, yeah. I'm like,
Oh no, we're gonna get around
This heavy chair.
Just need to put the laptop on.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you have the laptop.
It's in my back there.
We see a star. A star. A star. It might be the North Star. If you can find the North Star for me, roughly where it is in relation to the buildings, we can find it through this fade I mean, it looks like it's pointing. Polar scope all right? I just need to know, is it to the left or to the right? That's it.
What you want to do, point the scope at it and take a 10-second exposure.
That's what we're trying to do now, yeah.
You don't have sharp camera.
That'd be awesome.
Sharp camera will do it more.
I have fire capture. Huh? I only fire capture it and that'd be awesome.
All right.
Get us in. Get us running. Tony, sweet. Dirty spot. There we go.
Yeah. All right, for those of you who have no idea what we're doing, I'm getting my cord all wrapped up here. Hang on, I'm gonna spin the camera around. This will make you seasick for a minute. The cords were wrapped around the tripod. What we're doing is we're trying to illustrate that using narrow band filters in 3 different wavelengths that we can actually image the night sky from very light polluted areas. And as many of you know, we are losing our dark skies. And so technology has gotten to the point, and especially in the filter realm, where they can create filters that will block out most of the unwanted wavelengths from light pollution and show instead the wavelengths from, say, distant nebulae and galaxies and stars. But these filters, the one that we're using today is called the Triad filter. It's a 3-band filter, H alpha, H beta, and oxygen 3. And each of those bands is quite narrow, the 3 nanometers wide, and so it can see nothing else but those 3 wavelengths. And when they are, so when an object in deep space, primarily nebulae that are emission nebulae, they're giving off light of their own. those are the brightest in these kinds of filters. And you know, there's plenty of nebulae examples like this. Orion, we're going to be trying to look at the jellyfish tonight if we can, because it's up. And so we're trying to illustrate that these objects and the deep sky cosmos is available to you no matter where you live. And so I think this is a great project. It's a great idea. And if this is a proof of concept right now, we're trying to see if this works and if they can get it imaged. We haven't been bothered by the police yet, so that's good. And they did get permits to be here. Stephen got those. And so that's what we're doing. And this is also part of a documentary that's being filmed that I mentioned earlier. So we're live streaming this to you so you can participate. Live chat with me on the YouTube and Discord servers. And I have, I'm also going on Twitch and Periscope. Oh, I'm drawing a blank here. We're really tired. We spent all day at NEAF as well, and we came straight here after that. And it's been a long, long day. So anyway, let me just do a quick pan around and show you what's going on. Those are the Takahashi guys right there. Takahashi America, I should say. Takahashi is a Japanese company, and they sell them here in America.
Yeah, I'm seeing. I don't know if it's the sensor though.
Let's look over Ian's shoulder. Nothing yet. It's all right, it's cool.
I've done that before. So what we're trying to do is if they can find Polaris in those scopes, then we can just line it up. You know, they've got something. There's still enough to run data around. They definitely found the star. They found it. I mean, found the star. That's got to be it. Okay. Are they? Go look at the dad. Yeah.
I'm just streaming it now. I'm about to start. I'll start recording it.
Record simultaneously or only streams out?
It does both. I'm recording both. Yeah. But my camera work is not going to.
Actually, when you point at the top of that,
I'm walking around. I'm jumping all over the place.
Yeah, we might not do too. That's a good idea. Do you want to run like 1 second? Yeah. Change it to 1 second. Then I'll just point it out.
all set. What are you guys doing right now?
Trying to focus. And then I think we're off because Polaris seems to be a little more. Gotcha. Okay, so how's it looking?
All right, so Cosmic Lettuce, you are right. Narrowband filters do equal less light. meaning that only the brighter targets are available or longer exposures. That's absolutely right, because you're throwing away a lot of photons with these filters. But with imaging, and I'm talking imaging, these aren't visual activities here, you can get it done. You're right, you need longer exposures and a good mount. So yeah, that's very true. That's a good comment though, thanks for bringing that up. Hopefully no clouds. Hey, it's no clouds. There is no cloud. I mean, to be honest, I can't really see. I can't see the sky at all. I don't even see a single star up here. But I know the clouds are clear because with the way that when the sun set, there were no clouds around. So, but yeah. So Joshua M., if you have not seen the Milky Way with your naked eye, you should. It will change your life. Amen, brother. But unfortunately, that's becoming a pretty hard thing to do these days. Where are you going to go to see them? There's not as many. Sure as hell aren't going to see it in New York City, but there are plenty of places you can still go. But you got to really work to get there. But you're right. You should do it if you can. It's definitely worthwhile. Can we see Ursa Major superluminal? Hell no. I think with Ian back here behind me, let me get Ian, where is it? Let me do this right. There he is. See him back there behind me? He's trying to do a polar alignment right now. So yeah. Ho Muffin and Mike K are heading your way now. All right, well, look us up. I'm not gonna know a Ho Muffin though. You're gonna have to come introduce yourself. I've never met you before, so definitely come along and join the stream. It's 5:30 a.m. and I'm watching you. That's great. Hey, way to go, man. That's awesome. Thanks, Eelf. Not live on the OPT Facebook. You know what? I think that got messed up somehow. I tried to find the event. She gave me the stream key. I'm streaming to it, but I don't know where it is. Let me double check that I'm streaming to it though. All right. Let me double check that I'm streaming to it.
Let me Google and see where the nearest place is.
Have to re-log in again, dang it. All right, so I'm logging back into Restream.
Oh, perfect. All right, I'm gonna
Doing this on my phone. How's the stream going through, guys? You want to see something messed up? This is the Restream app, okay? In order to turn on the Facebook stream, it's right behind the chat for support. I can't get to the button to turn it on. I keep getting the chat. All right, I'm almost there. Isn't it fun watching me work my phone in Times Square? Oh man, the stupidest problems, man. Stupidest problems. There it goes. I managed to find the button. All right, we'll see if it's going on OPT's page on Facebook now. All the streams should be up. So we'll see. All right, back to, let me see what's going on Discord. All right, let me, Hey guys. All right, I'm seeing you on Discord. Cool. All right. So I'm looking at both Discord and Times Square, and the chat on YouTube, guys.
I'm gonna put some shirts right here.
Yeah. All right.
You gonna watch them for me?
Yeah. YouTube is rock solid. Haven't checked the Twitch yet. Let me know, Uncle Bill. Okay, stream's fine here. Cool. All right.
So I'm going to turn this very
I've got so much.
to see if there's...
You guys have time.
I've got so much crap to hold here. It's like crazy. All right, I'm just gonna stream what's going on here for a little bit and get a little bit more stable setup.
What's that?
I'm just gonna let the stream go, man.
Okay.
I'm talking to the. I'm not talking to you.
Oh, okay. Who are we talking to? Who is
Everybody on the internets, man.
Every person on the internet.
Everybody's watching you, man. Trying to figure out what an extra large shirt looks like.
Extra large?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, we're giving away shirts, man. Ho Muffin, come get one. We're giving away all kinds of cool stuff. Space, junk, podcast t-shirts, all kinds of cool stuff. So come on down here. If you're in the area, we got free junk, and Dustin is going through it right now. We got free shirts for you.
Oh, amazing. Thank you very much.
Got a shirt? Cool. Yeah, I'm glad you made it out.
Yeah.
If I couldn't make the Uber. Thank you, sir.
First, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. You're gonna keep me up all night, right?
Yeah. Oh, did you give you a bang? Yeah, you're gonna be up. Those are great. Those are great. That's the way you do it. So Ian, how we doing? Did you get some?
Trying to find Polaris.
Stuff.
Manhattan's like slightly off kilter. It's not right. So this is like
Yeah, I can see one.
we did it. Yeah. Okay, so let me. Well, we're kind of pointing that way, but I'll be when you be able to sit back, you can see it around all that. I don't know if you're gonna line off and like.
Oh, I'm live streaming on all the internets. This is Steven Swancoat, by the way, guys.
Hey, live stream from New York City.
Yeah.
Manhattan. We are. Oh, there I am.
There you are.
It's been a hectic day. We from getting up super early this morning, rushing out to Neath, about an hour drive, and we're out there at the Telescope Conference. Kind of meeting and greeting everyone. It's a small community, so it's a fun time to catch up and rush back to New York. Of course, the crazy traffic. Grabbed all the equipment from scopes, mounts, all the imaging equipment, all the visual equipment, and all the audio and camera gear, and make sure that we can film this and capture it and not forget something small. And we just arrived probably, what, 20 minutes ago now?
Yeah, about 20 minutes ago.
Literally,
yeah.
like, right as the sky went from light to dark. Beautiful, clear sky. How was it yesterday?
It was shitty.
Rainy.
It was bad, very
raining
bad.
all
yeah.
day. We actually
yeah.
were going to come and try to scout the area, but because of the rain, we didn't even going to come out. So we kind of had to wing it the last moment, and here we are, and it's beautiful, and it's packed, and people are just lining up to visualize the scope, and we're getting the imaging rig going, and you know, so far, knock on wood, we're going, because 2 years ago, we were right about this time, right when like you could take that breath and say, we got it, bam, we were shut down, and we were right over right there. Where's my shirt? So,
talk a little bit about your film, man. Tell us about what you're doing.
yeah,
and
so
what you're
Space
making.
Chasers is a started as a passion project, still is a passion project, but what it is, it's a documentary going out and filming astrophotographers. Because there's a lot of films, a lot of documentaries on space, all different aspects of space, but nothing so far has ever gone to the kind of amateur astronomy and or amateur imaging. And so what I've done is reached out to a lot of people I've known, mostly through the Instagram. And so it's a way that people have connected all around the world in social media and reached out and said, hey, would you be interested in kind of sharing your story? And the response was huge. And so I said, not only this, I want to take and capture stories all around the world. So K-Tech, our camera guy, basically a crew of 2, we are traveling, want to hit all 6 of the 7 continents. So
K-Tech, say hi.
So yeah, so we were in OPT in San Diego in January. Last month we were in Johannesburg, South Africa with the Astro Shake and Astro Tanya. Here we are imaging in Times Square. In May we're flying out to we're going to go to Sarah Wager in Valencia, Spain, and then Damien Peach, who's one of the world's greatest astrophotographers in the UK.
That's for you UK guys. There's a lot of guys, a lot of you out there.
UK, you know. So unfortunately, we're only be there for a very short time. But if you're hit me up if you're around Southampton, you know, and then we're gonna
ready now.
Here he is. The
There he
camera
is.
guy. We're gonna go
Yeah,
down
we're
to-
setting up cameras.
Yeah.
We're going time lapse.
So you're traveling with Steven to do the
Oh yes,
the documentary?
I'm getting so many visas.
Yes.
My passport is coming full of visas soon.
Half the work is getting the paperwork for K-Tech to go. So, although I made him file for his citizenship, which he could just now qualify for, being here 5 years, right in the very beginning.
Exactly.
Just get out of the way. So even if you can't with the film, you know, one thing is say, hey man, if he didn't make this film, now he's a U.S. citizen, you know?
Yeah.
So
I
everyone all
was just
around,
being lazy about it. He's like, do it.
do it. Yeah, you know? So,
And he also made me buy a red camera. It's right there.
Oh yeah, he's
man.
got a red camera. Let me just go over there. So
You got
just
it,
take a
you
look
got
at this thing. Take a look at this thing.
Yeah, here's the baby. Just got it 2 weeks ago. Still playing with it.
That's beautiful, man. That's awesome. All right. So there is a lot happening all at one time here tonight. So my job is to try and bring some of it to you and to help answer some questions when we get some. And wow, there's a lot of people around here right now. It's like we're getting a circle around us.
Walking around and showing people this Instagram is getting people more excited.
I know, yeah.
Yeah,
Tethered.
Yeah, let me see it. Small? Small is the small size of that.
Can I also get a sit?
No problem, no problem. No, it doesn't have a Yeah, he had to set it when we first started. He set the rotation. And so all of this tonight is just a proof of concept. We're going to be doing this in a big way in October. We do this from other cities all the time. They show you the photos of the other cities. Okay, yeah. The daylight saving. Oh, cool, man. Yeah. So in October we won't be using one that has to be polarized, but tonight we just wanted to see if we could. And so that's the challenge, is simply getting through to get polarized. Once it's
So
polarized,
we'll just find magnetic north offset by about 15 degrees, and then just find
the fact that it's visual.
Bay.
Right. Yeah, because
Bay should be right there.
yeah, well, only because I mean, if we were using a camera, we could cut through and see flares, but because it's visual. Exactly. Yeah, and just do a little bit longer exposure. Find that point. Exactly. That should be visible. But since we can, they have to do it visually. But we needed a challenge, right? Where are you guys? San Diego.
All right, Moon Eye Stargazer. Right now, visually, I can't see any stars right now, but they've got the telescope now. Ian's trying to find Polaris. So right now, there's nothing to be seen. So It's not by the naked eye anyway.
We'll come back and get this done, and once we prove this, we get that handshake with the city, and we do this big in October with all our affiliates right here. We have a lot, so they'll have like 5 million people in the state.
I can't believe how bright it is here. It's just incredible.
Yes, it does. So it's live. It'll look like my phone. Yeah, it'll look like my phone. It's too low. Exactly. It's recording. So yeah. Yes. So you are capturing and it's showing. It just shows the capture. And we do this all the time virtually for people. We're trying to find the world.
A place like this, it's hard to be unwitting. You're going to be on camera one way or another. Yeah.
That's what that's what we were trying to do. Okay, so we want to, what do you think it is?
So like, it's about 39 degrees, so it's probably right around, probably parallel to the building.
Like just above it?
Yeah, just scan around the area, like up in the right hand.
So we can just unlock the clutches.
Yeah, just trying to like find it.
Yeah.
It's funny, they're trying to find Polaris by lining it up with the streets on down Times Square. He's guiding them down the streets of Times Square to see if he can get a general area where north is, and then he's going up in latitude. That's how they're trying to find Polaris right now. But the Takahashi guys, they're looking at something. What do you?
Yeah, we'll announce it after tonight. We have to get hydrogen treated. You can show hydrogen.
What do you guys have in the Takahashi?
Yeah.
What are you guys looking?
Capella.
Oh, Capella?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So you got. So there you go. You got the star Capella in there.
Oh, upside.
Yeah, see it. We just unlock the clutches and you can move it. Or if you want to use the hand controller scope.
So that's what they're trying to polarize.
Barely. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
mainland.
Yeah, exactly. Mainlands and then guide lands. 380. It's fixed. That's so adapters that hold the filter, and then that's the camera, it's 36 megapixel. Exactly. What is it?
All right. Hi, Nancy Sigliano.
Oh, hi, Nancy. I'm Tony. Astro Mom. Hi, it's nice to meet you. Hi, say hi. We're streaming this live on YouTube and everywhere else. So this is Astro Mom.
How are you?
So you image. Oh, and your son. Hi.
Tony, nice to meet you.
Yo, good to meet you too. So I am getting wrapped up in this power cord. So you do a lot of imaging yourself, then, I hear.
Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
And
I'm usually the moon queen.
the Moon Queen. So you specialize in the moon?
Yes.
Cool. And what kind of imaging do you do? I mean, what kind of image do you have?
I have Celestron 6-inch, 8-inch, and 11-inch. I have a Stellaview 102, and I just got a new Stellaview 152.
Oh, so you don't really have much.
No, not really.
I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. And how long have you been doing this?
About 4 years. But now I'm growing in the image world, so I hope
Yes,
to
we're starting.
get some deep sky.
So going from the moon, have you started with any planetary stuff yet, or are you going straight?
Honestly, everybody's done Orion, so I've done Orion a few times. I love it. It's the best because it's the easiest.
Yeah.
My next big target is Andromeda. I really want a crisp shot of it.
Yeah, and the thing about Andromeda though is it's just so big physically. I mean, it's a big object.
Yes.
You'll get the nucleus of the galaxy in some extent out, but it's a large object. What kind of scope are you thinking you're going to use?
I'm
for the
probably
Andromeda shot?
going to use I was just talking to Jason from Celestron,
Yeah.
and I have a Hyperstar, so he was telling me to use the Hyperstar. He said that I will never use anything else once I use
What's
my
a Hyperstar?
A Hyperstar will turn my F10 scope into an F2.
Okay, so it's kind of a telecompressor. but-
Exactly. It's like having a camera and just opening up wide and pulling in all that light.
Right, yeah, well, cool. Well, so it's good to finally meet you. So
You
I've heard a
too,
lot
thank
about
you.
you. All right.
Same here.
Yeah, check us
Nice
out.
to meet you.
This will be streaming on Deep Astronomy, and we'll also be posting this on OPT's Facebook page and stuff. We're
Awesome.
streaming it now, so.
Thank you.
All right,
Nice to meet
thanks.
you.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Are you going to get into the hobby?
Oh, you know,
Do you
I'm
care
already,
about this
I'm
stuff?
already half in, half out. You know, how could I not be? Yeah.
Is that such a thing? You can do that.
Yeah, I can do that. You know.
He's not spending the money and mom.
Yeah,
is.
oh, it's
right.
great. I get
Your
to,
mom, yeah, mom's got all the good stuff.
I get
So
to
you
do all like help with the editing and stuff
So
like
is
that.
it like the car where you have to be like, you know, hey mom, can I like take the
Yeah,
C11
can I take
out?
it for a spin? Yeah.
No, you're
I-
not touching my C11.
No, I don't think the 152 I'm gonna be able to touch like ever. You know what I mean?
That's a new baby.
Well, it's cool that you're getting into it, man, because I think I like that, you know, more younger people are,
Yeah.
you know, starting to get into it. So cool. Well, thanks for coming. All right. Well, lots of stuff happening. That was Astro Mom, and are you guys using the Takahashi guys? Are using an app? What app are you using?
We're using Star Map Pro.
Star Map Pro.
Oh, there's a meteor shower up there. That's out. Tell me the Star Map. Imaging 2 years ago, right?
You know, some of them that's less than 1 second.
Well, they made a star here. We're trying to get that one aligned so we can take some pictures. Wow. You can actually see it. Well, that's what we're trying to prove. You can actually do it in Times Square. We're just trying to get it set up.
So it looks like the real challenge isn't using the filter, it's getting polar aligned. So that looks like the real challenge that Ian's faced with right now.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Where are we at here on the chat? Let me check it out here.
internet, right?
Oh, it's good.
Just save it for now. Maybe when you get
Yeah, I'm on like I've got two different cell phone plans to do this stream here.
Oh, really?
This is connected to, Verizon and T-Mobile.
Right
So
on.
just to get it. But T-Mobile sucks here. It's really bad.
Oh, really?
I'm not getting any
Yeah,
signal.
Verizon's fine.
I'm not getting any signal. I got like almost 1 or 2 bars.
I have 1 bar.
Yeah.
It took 1 minute to upload a video of 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And then it's like error.
Yeah. All right.
I'll
Where's my
try.
YouTube app at? Hold on. Let me go see my YouTube app. Yeah, it's live. Yeah.
Big fan of the channel.
What? Come here. Come over here and embarrass yourself in front of the camera. So tell us who you are. Let me get this better.
This is Marco, Italian, but living in New York, and big fan of the channel. So I know that you were here. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and you work at a.
I work in I'm a physicist.
Right.
I'm in the industry of physics and not astronomy, but I'm a big fan of astronomy. So I follow the channel, and it seems great to be here and know there's these things are going on.
Welcome.
That's
I'm
great.
so glad you
This is
stopped by.
great.
Did you get a T-shirt?
I got a T-shirt, and I saw a star in this.
You saw a star?
You
You didn't just see a star. You saw a star
in Times Square. Yeah, exactly.
That's
Which
the
is
thing.
big
That's the thing.
Definitely.
It is bright as hell
It is
here.
bright, yes, it is. And I mean, just think something is so great.
Yeah.
So I also take my my girlfriend here. She's not definitely in the field, so she's kind of, okay, let's do this, Marco.
If you've got to, if it'll make you happy.
I will do it. So, okay, but it's fun. It's great. It's great to meet you.
Yeah, it's good to meet
Big
you
fan,
too,
so
man.
keep it up. It's
Yeah.
always great.
We will do.
I always look it up.
All right.
Right?
Keep looking up.
Keep
That's
looking
right.
up. Bye, guys.
All right, cool. Man, this is great. I love doing stuff like this, man, where people come out and you meet you guys, directly and talk to you guys right on one-on-one. I did that a lot today at NEAF, actually. I didn't know this, but it looked like the Astro or the Space Junk. I'm gonna get my Superman outfit now. Space Junk podcast T-shirt. That's one of the things we're giving away here. But I went to NEAF today, and so many people had said they recognized our voices just from talking to people in the auditorium. A lot of people are listening to that podcast, and if you're not listening to that podcast, you need to, because now that I've met Dustin in person, I think that's going to change the podcast quite a bit. We're hitting it off great. Dustin's an awesome guy, and we got a really good chemistry together. But now that we've spent a few days together in close quarters, I think the podcast is going to take a slightly different tone. So anyway, we've got a lot of guests lined up. We spent a lot of today finding new people to talk to. I talked to people today that can use amateur equipment, and I'm going to have them on the podcast to talk about this some more. I'm also going to do a telescope talk hangout on this when I get back, where you can use basically DSLRs to image in citizen science exoplanet light curves, and not just hot Jupiters either. We're talking super Earths.
Who are you talking to?
I mean, I'm talking to myself. Super Earths. We're talking about maybe even Earth-sized planets. I don't know, because but I'll tell you about this later as we're going on. But I found people who've been using amateur equipment to do exoplanet science, and I'm going to teach you how to do it as well. So that's coming up both on Telescope Talk later in April and in the Space Junk podcast later. Gosh, it's going to probably be in a couple weeks. So we'll have some of those guests on as well. So it's been great. I mean, this has been a real amazing experience. And thank you guys for listening to the podcast. Thank you guys for watching my live streams. Thank you for just supporting Deep Astronomy and everything you do, because really, I can't do this without your support, and you guys have been great ever since I started doing this as a business. So I just wanted to take a minute and say thank you for that. So let me just check out the live chat here. I got to get the YouTube app up, and let's see. Celtic Ireland, Takahashi TSA 120 FT with a Vixen 100. Great APOs as they are.
Oh, you're gonna have to.
Going to move? Oh. Yeah, of course it is. I'm just.
Like,
Am I in your way? Yeah.
Just making like a quick time lapse.
No, I am no cinematographer, dude. I am. I'll get out of your way.
It's like.
Oh, so you're doing a time lapse now?
Yeah.
Oh, so stay
I'm saying,
out
like,
of that.
If you want to stay here, that's fine. Just like try to keep moving, which is better for the camera.
Oh, so be more animated.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, good. Because
Like,
there's not a whole lot of space for me to be. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I can do that, man. I'll even block their view of the telescope. So. Yeah. All right, we'll do. Cool. Yeah, those are great APOs, man. They really are. Good night, Raj. Thanks for being here. I have heard of it, but haven't watched it. Let's see. Please do. Okay. What do you mean I don't know what a hyperstar is? Cosmic lettuce. And I do know what that is. Did anyone see that Chuck Astrophotography caught a supernova going off in the Whirlpool galaxy in his data? If you're interested, I can post a link. I did not know that, James. So that's cool. Yeah. Astro Mom has some serious equipment, I know, right? That's true, man. Superluminal, she is set up. She's also going to be in Steven's documentary. So I'm going to do what Ketak asked me to do and move around some more. But I don't want to be right in the way of them trying to.
Well, so we have it, so we can put the filter on.
All right, good. So will you be live stacking the data when you start to image? I'll try to. I don't know how it's going to translate on here, James, so we'll have to see. Poor Ian, still polar aligning. Yes, I know. Superluminal feels you, man. It's poor Ian, still polar aligning. That's everybody's problem, though. We all have to suffer through that. Is there a building top you can set up on? Maybe next year. I think one of the things Dustin wants to do is he wants to set up in LA on one of the, I think it's Capitol Records building or one of the buildings in LA, and he wants to set up there. But all I've heard is that mention. But that would be on top of the building. That'll be in LA. He wants to do this in Australia too, so I'm hoping to get to go to that. Let's see. I'll bet polar aligning in the southern hemisphere is annoying. There's no south star pole, right? No pole stars. Yeah, that's true. There's other ways to align the scope, though. You can use drift method. You can use areas that are not right on the pole. So there's other ways of doing it. Huh? Oh, thank you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Just water, for now. Did you guys watch the? Podcast stream last day before yesterday or yesterday? We were day drinking, and that's a first. Be nice to be able to get a rooftop there. Yeah, that's true. But this is more of a statement, you know. This is more of a statement. I'm still waiting on. Once they get the images started, I'm going to share those with you as we go along. Because I know you guys are interested in the proof of concept too. We want to see if this this Triad filter works here. It will work. It's just there's not a whole lot to look at this time of year as far as emission nebulae. And I guess the polar alignment issue is a little harder than they anticipated. So I'm not looking and paying attention exactly what they're doing. All right. So the Takahashi guys are showing stars. They have Capella in the field of view. They got that nice Lost Mandy mount, though. I like that mount. Let me show you that. Let me show you that mount.
So what we're looking at, that's like 80 years to get here.
Yeah.
Probably. Okay, well at least we know we can see stars. So that's definitely.
Yeah. So why don't maybe we can try panning it up a little bit
To find.
or to just basically, I feel like you're passing the light from supernatural retirement.
Yeah.
Flashing lights. I feel like that's freaking out their sensors. It seems to fake it out.
Yeah. So maybe because we still need to have an alignment track. Although I don't see the stars. Oh yeah, well we're pointing to this over there. Yeah.
I wish I could consistently get the stars.
Thank you. I got too many things to hold on
What
to.
you could do is just hit them. If you do preview, there's one exposure, so then it won't continually adjust. If you want to hit abort and then hit preview.
Well, maybe, well, Times Square was
All right, let me show you guys something that I've been carrying around with me. This is one of these Celestron battery packs, man. These things are heavy, but they last a long time. And I have to carry this around because the live streaming unit that I'm using is also it's sucking down the juice. So I'm carrying this because there's no way to carry it. It weighs like 2 or 3 pounds. It's heavy as hell. And then I got this thing on my pants pocket there. So there's a lot of it. I'm just carrying all this stuff around. And then of course there's the HDMI cord going to the streaming unit.
I can see
The things I do. All right.
We have James and good old Astronomy here. There's one over there. Come on over.
Your tag is
right over here and talk with.
There's no.
So let's go look over Ian's shoulder.
We have stars.
Yeah, no, it's
You know, that's a bit. I know which part.
Was this with the camera?
It's right in the box.
In the box?
In the box.
Still like just kind of like navigating like
Still, I mean, how bright is this? You know, you can throw ND filters on this thing or anything. So you've got stars right here. Beautiful day though.
Yeah, correct. So,
Well, pouring rain. Yesterday, pouring rain for all day, all of the interviews in the nighttime, and now not a cloud in the sky. So let's go over and catch James. Come over.
what's that? We do.
need to have anything?
We found a star.
What's that? I think
That's the one. We got one star.
I'm just trying to set it down for now because I need to
Okay,
plug it.
the one.
My battery
We got
pack
the
came
one.
unplugged. There we go.
You can see it right here. It's awesome.
There we are. All right.
Just let that guider go to work, man. Put that guider to work. You'll be 60 degrees off.
Oh yeah, we had star trails with 20 seconds. Might need to use your computer because my other USB port wasn't working, and I need that for guiding.
Yeah, you want to see what it looks like? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, so these are the images we take through these little scopes. So this is what we do, is we help people take images of deep space that NASA, JPL, and so real deep space stuff from cities. Yeah, it reaches way out there. Yeah, that's mine. We're going to be back here in October, and
What star are you looking at? Trying to find out. Trying to take a picture of
about 25 minutes to get everything, and then they go up as high as
Yeah, it's right here. It's kind of blurry right now. I'm trying to get it in the focus. Yeah, and then also it's like software. Yeah.
So right now you're just scanning?
Yeah, we're just scanning right now. Scanning the sky. So I see a star right here, but it's out of focus. So what I'm trying to do is get it sharp, make it look really, really sharp.
Have you seen
And that star? A couple hundred light years. Yeah, a couple hundred light years away.
have Have you seen Moon with it or Mars with it?
Oh yeah. Oh, that was great.
Do you have pictures?
Yeah. So actually, with this exact system, so most of my photos are actually from this. So like, you know, we do stuff like that, and that's actually taken with that Rat telescope or the Crescent Nebula and stuff like that.
I'm also good at like
Like that one. Yeah, that's all with this exact. Look who else we got here.
Hey, are we streaming each other?
Are we streaming each
Are
other
you
right now?
Yeah, are you streaming
That's
the stream?
uncomfortable.
Oh, we're crossing streams.
Uh-oh. We never want to cross streams,
Don't
Tony.
cross the streams, man.
Never cross streams. There's Ian. He is working with the biggest challenge out here. So, the camera has no issue cutting through light pollution.
Well, so we got the star.
Ian's eye do it.
Yes, you did it, huh?
We got the star. We have
He's what he's working with.
All right, go ahead.
That's a 10-second.
That is what he has to find
Maybe
there.
they're tracking.
He's not crazy.
It's way off.
Yeah, that's okay.
So I'm trying to figure out. Oh yeah. So we got a star.
The star trails are there.
Star trail, but you can see it.
But it's already like, well, it's not polar line at all.
No, it's not polar line.
Somebody just messaged me and said Bortle 89.
Because from Dubé to like the North Star is 25 degrees in a straight line. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's probably not accurate enough to kind of like
Yeah.
wing it.
We got a star.
You did? Oh, let me check it out. Do you know which one it is?
And the tracking is off because we're not polar aligned correctly.
All right, let's take a look at this.
Where is this technology from?
This? Oh, this is from a brand called Skywalker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is. Is this Ethan or Ian? Is this through the Triad?
This is through the Triad. So we have a star here. You can see it's got a little trailing, but you know what? That's okay.
So because we're not polar aligned, we're not going to be able to get to the
We're not going to be able to
jellyfish, right?
Yeah. But
Are you able to get any kind of hydrogen at all? Not from that star, right?
not from that star.
What are the some? About 80. What else is out there?
Well, the moon's starting to come up.
But the moon's not going to be building for good.
Yeah, for a little while.
Yeah, it's like 1 or 2.
You have a handle on Instagram?
What's you trying to figure out what we can do?
Well, let me see.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's talk about that. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, that's Astro Kids on Instagram. I won't give your real name.
Kristen's
Oh, is it okay? All right. Well, you did it, not me. I didn't want to do it. So you came from Florida too, didn't you?
I did,
Yeah. And why'd you come all the way up here?
Because I love you people.
So you love astronomy, right?
I do. I love astronomy, and I love all the people that love astronomy.
Okay, great. And you guys spent a lot of time with Dustin and the OBT guys, and we went to NEAF and
They've
all
taught
that.
me so much,
Yeah.
just going to NEAF and talking to all the vendors there.
So-
They're so like upfront, letting you know all the information, teaching you, guiding you through. I just got a new mount and a new telescope.
What do you have?
I have a equatorial mount Skywatcher EQ R Pro, and then a Newtonian TPO
All right, Ian.
12-inch F4. I
Wow.
probably said all that wrong, but
You made perfect sense. No. And what got you into imaging?
honestly,
Moving the
went
camera.
out. I went out one night and looked up at the sky, and things were going crazy in my life, and I just found peace looking up, and then
I know.
the rest was history.
You don't get that anywhere else, do you?
No, you
It's
don't.
like nothing like looking up.
Yeah.
You just feel
And
a
the crazy,
connection.
the crazy part is I didn't even realize there was an astrophotography thing that actually
really?
happened when I found the sky. So I got a telescope and I started
To
looking
just
at
look through it.
Just look through it. And I didn't even realize. I was like, oh, I'm going to share this photo to Instagram. No big deal. Shared it, and then all of a sudden all these people started appearing out of nowhere. And I'm like, who are these people? And then they
You mean on Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because that'd be weird,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
You're like, what are you doing in my telescope, man?
It was magic. No, but yeah, on Instagram, they all started hearing it. I was like, wow, that's so cool. And then I look at their pages, and they have all these beautiful astrophotography images, and I'm just like, wow, this is a thing. And then I've just met so many cool people and heard this was happening. I was like, I can't miss it.
Great. So you, what do you image mostly now? What are you most interested in?
So I want to do deep space, but I'm still waiting on saving up for that Astro camera. But I have a planetary camera right now, a color planetary. It's an ASI 290.
And those are pretty cheap, guys. You don't need to spend a lot of money on those cameras. I mean, Mead was selling some today for under $200.
Yeah, mine was, I think, around that actually.
Yeah, and they fit right in the eyepiece. And now they have them so you don't even need an external power supply. They fit right in the eyepiece. You just start going. So, so you do the moon and the planets?
I've been doing a lot of the moon. And then I actually use my DSLR for the more deep space stuff. So I just shot Pleiades, and I'm kind of just branching out.
Do you take a lot of trouble to go? I mean, I know you're also from Florida, so there are areas in Florida where you can get some dark skies, but they're not great.
Yeah.
And so, is there? Do you drive very far to go, or do you just try to do it from your backyard?
So I actually lived in North Carolina. Prior to this, I lived in North Carolina. We just moved to North Florida. I would actually drive to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. And those skies are
That's a good drive.
Yes, it's a good drive. But I was living in North Carolina at the time.
Yeah.
But now that we're in Florida, actually about 45 minutes north. We're in North Florida, so 45 minutes north you get to Alabama, and it's actually pretty dark.
Yeah,
so
that's really true. I mean, my wife and I go there. We love the Panhandle of West Florida, and so it is pretty dark. And in fact, around Swanee River, there's a park that's supposed to be one of the darkest spots in Florida.
Really?
My wife knows the name, but I can't remember it. But it's a great park for going and observing. It's a little bit scary because it's like in the backwoods and there's no stuff. But you can get dark skies.
It is creepy going alone a lot of the time. I bring my dog.
Oh, you have? Yeah, good idea. That's a really good idea. It's different for women though, isn't it? When you go out, it's like you're in the dark by yourself. I mean, that can be a little bit disconcerting. Do you think that's why, or a reason, that there aren't more women doing this?
I mean, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's just scary, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I would say definitely.
Because
it's a little intimidating.
Because as a guy, I don't think twice about grabbing a scope and going out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and also as a female, it's not like you can be like, hey, fellow astronomer guy, can you come with me to the dark sky in the random middle of the night?
That's just creepy,
Take
right?
photos.
Hey, come on, let's go in the middle of the night.
Yeah. I know I don't know you, but we like the same thing, so let's go. So
yeah,
I don't feel so
what could
scared.
go wrong, really? Yeah, I mean, astrophotographers as a group are very smart, and as amateur astronomers are very kind and all. But yeah, I don't blame you one bit.
Yeah.
All right. So when you go back, did you learn something while you were here that you're going to take back?
Yes. So I know the next telescope I'm purchasing. I know the next camera I'm purchasing, and I'm not sure about the mount yet, but I think I'm going to switch up my mount too. And
there's
also,
always something to buy.
Yeah. And I just honestly, I didn't know all the different companies that provide these services and these awesome products. And there's just so many out there, and I just wasn't aware. So it was just awesome seeing so many people.
And NEAF was kind of cool too. I mean, it was a little bit. It wasn't quite as big as I thought, but
really?
It was.
Well, because you're used to the professional.
I'm used to going to the big, 5,000-10,000 astronomers all in one room. So this was a lot different, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I got a lot out of it. Okay, well, cool. Astro Kiggs, right?
Kiggs, yeah.
On Instagram, follow her. Follow her photos. She's been doing this now for how long did you say?
I started looking about 4.5 years ago. I started imaging about a year ago.
Yeah. Now, come on. We don't all have to get into imaging, do we? You can still use an eyepiece. It's still okay.
Yes.
It's still okay to use an eyepiece.
And sometimes even better.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm an eyepiece guy.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Well, thank you. We'll see you around. Okay, so yeah, there is a star on the. Am I still streaming? Yes, good. There is a star on the monitor. We still don't know what that star is, do we? Oh, what is it? Oh, that's Oh, that's a cursor. Wow, you guys! No way, we imaged a cursor? That's so cool. Oh, it looked like a star. Now starting it up. It looked like a star trail. Did you see that? They imaged the first cursor from space. I didn't know that was possible. That is so great. That's a first here. Cursor in space. All right. Man, this signal is all over the place. I hope the stream is going good. Leave me some comments, guys. Tell me how the stream is. Hopefully it's not buffering and doing all that crap. I'm all tangled up again. So here goes the spin of the tripod.
Well, we're in Times Square, taking it somewhat roughly fine now.
Yeah.
See, wasn't that fun? Fun in Times Square with telescopes and streaming and holding batteries. God, this thing is heavy. All right, I'm gonna set this here.
Right, yeah, don't say that.
Whew. Okay, let me check this chat. It's chat check time. And now it's the segment we call Checking Chat. Watching Tony from Times Square. Look at his Instagram or his live chat feed. All right. Hey, Chris, it's good to see you. Seems like we got cursory look at the night sky. Ah, superluminal, funny. Hi, Chris, it's good to see you. Signal is great. It's doing pretty good. My view's working all right. I blame T-Mobile for the slowness, though. Verizon's doing pretty good. How does everything look in the telescope? Well, so far, so what the Takahashi guys have been doing is showing some of the brighter stars. They had Capella up in one of the APOs, and Ian has been trying to set the imager that's got the Triad filter in it to get it polar aligned, but so far he hasn't done it. And now I think the problem, I'm not quite sure what the problem is, because I've never used that mount before. I don't know why you can't polar align it. Was a little glitchy a moment ago. Yeah, what's happening is the cell phones, I mean, look at all the people in Times Square, and I'm on 2 different cell phone plans, and I'm sure the towers are getting inundated. Imaging up a super cursor! That's right, Bart.
Find out.
Shired Island, thank you, honey. Yes, my wife said that. Charlotte, it's Shired Island, thank you. That is the best dark skies in Florida, Shired Island. And I believe it's north, isn't it, Charlotte, honey, of the, it's north of the Swanee River, I believe. So thank you for, I knew you knew the name, I knew you knew it, I always forget it. All right, so let's see. Yes, we're here, Sol Tube 44, to kind of, it's a proof of concept. We're trying to show that astronomy imaging, not necessarily a visual observing, can be done from very light polluted skies. And to do that, we're using something called a Triad filter on the telescope that Ian's been trying to polar align. But so far we've gotten not much success. Another challenge for today is that at this time of year, there aren't many emission nebulae in our field of view, and we have a very narrow sky with all these tall buildings. So we don't get to see a whole lot of the sky anyway, and what we can see doesn't seem to have any emission nebulae in it, which is what the Triad filter works best at. It is for those of you who don't know, it's a 3-band filter, H alpha, H beta, and O3, 3 nanometer bandpass. Works great from light polluted skies by rejecting all the other light besides those 3 bandpasses. But it's not a visual thing. You can't use it to see things with your eye, but you can use it because, as Cosmic Lettuce pointed out earlier, you're throwing away a lot of photons here. So the signal's gone way, way down, and you can't, you have to have longer exposures. And so 2 things. they didn't get a chance to really do the test and practice with the polar alignment before we came, and there's only one real object up tonight, and it might even be behind a building. It's called the Jellyfish Nebula, and that would have worked out great. So there's a lot of challenges we're up against here tonight. But the interest here is really cool. These people there's lines all around the telescope. They don't care if it's a star. And Dustin's getting out his Instagram account. He's at Gibson Pics, by the way, on Instagram. And so he's showing people pictures that he's taken from his observatory in California. So people don't care. People are having a great time. It's straight overhead. What is the jellyfish? Ah, M87 Owl Nebula would be a good target. I'll tell you in that. Tony, Geo Astro RV, can you talk about this particular filter and similar filters and prices? Well, I just told you a little bit about the Triad filter. The prices are about $300 for the 1.25" size, and I think the other ones are the 2-inch size is closer to about twice that, which makes sense. And I think they make a 3-inch size as well, to go in 3-inch diagonals, or 3-inch optical systems, but I don't think anybody has many of those, and those are close to $1,100. So those are the prices. They're really good for imaging. I have to remember to look in that camera. They're really good at, like I said, things that are emitting light. You can see galaxies with it, but galaxies are a lot dimmer. They happen, and mostly what you see from the galaxies or any of the emission nebulae in those galaxies at those wavelengths, because galaxies tend to shine in slightly different ones. So that's what the Triad filters are. I think I have a link. It's an affiliate link, guys. You're helping me out if you click on it and take a look yourself. So I am trying to, I don't mean to be commercial about it, but it's a good filter, and I believe in it so much that that's why I'm here. Ryan Korniloff, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. T-Mobile stinks in New York City. No kidding, sure shot, man. I can't get. I'm on mostly Verizon here. It's going great, man. I'm looking forward to talking to you more about the EHT announcement next week on Wednesday. We're going to. Hopefully, I don't know what the exact plan yet, but as you guys know, the Event Horizon Telescope has a big announcement coming up. We're going to talk about that on Wednesday, so that's cool. All right, so I think I've gone through a lot of the chat. Have I heard of SLU before? Yeah, they contacted me. Oh, this is from Ben Cyan Games. Yeah, I've heard of SLU. They contacted me back when the eclipse was going on in 2017, but they never followed up. They said, "Do you want to be on our live stream to talk about the eclipse?" And I said, "Sure," but they never came back. So I have heard of SLU. For those of you who haven't, they are an online observatory. They do a lot of streaming. So it's SLOOH if you want to look them up. They're really cool. Show us the lines of people. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me. I'm gonna have to put my phone down, and I'm gonna have to pick up this heavy-ass battery, and I will start another walk around here. Let me pick up my stuff. I'm carrying a tripod while I do this. Carrying this big battery around, so it's heavy.
Total success so far. Oh, actually,
oh, did it come out again? Would you mind plugging that in?
of course.
Thank you.
You need some tape around it. I have gaff tape.
What I need is some tape to hold it to me, so I don't have to keep. But I'm all right. I got it.
Why don't you do? You can put this through here, right? And then.
Oh, great idea, man. And then I can just tie a knot.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, I know it.
What you could do is. Oh, I'll show you. Where does this thing connect to?
I'm having a wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, this.
Oh, if you could just tie it.
Oh yeah, of course.
This thing's getting heavy, man.
Well, I'll tell you, as a surgeon.
There's no way to put on your belt?
That's right. Chris is an Steven's an OBGYN. And an artist, and a filmmaker. Not an overachiever, are you, man?
No. Barely scrape by.
All right. Thank you, honey.
Hold on. Gotta make sure.
Oh, good. All right.
There we go.
Getting my battery tied.
There we go.
All right. Thank you, honey. Thank you.
I'd say an Eagle Scout. I ain't a Boy Scout. I'm just a scout.
Not a sailor
Star
either.
Scout.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, man. Okay, now I don't have to carry that thing around. I can, let me turn you around here.
Come down here, grab some props, inspire some lines. What was that? I don't. Is your camera heavy?
What's that?
Is your camera heavy?
Yes, it's heavy.
My camera's heavy.
I know, yeah. It better be heavy. Look at the size of it. You got a gimbal, though. What?
Either that or I'll go stand over there like that. There you go, there goes Doobie. But yeah, so, yeah, can't wait to get together. We're not gonna get it, though. We can. That's what happens when you talk all day.
Oh yeah, because you used to
Dude, and I don't know if you saw, but I have the giant Mars map now.
Oh yeah, the whole like
It's a 25-foot by 25-foot Mars map. It's insane. But I end up spending like hours talking to people now, walking kids through every single landing site.
It's a single piece. Like
Single piece, yeah.
How do you even get it there?
I carry it in my bag. I fold it up meticulously so it fits inside of my my lighting bag.
So the guy behind me that I was just showing you, that guy was, that's Jupiter Joe. I'm going to talk to him here in just a minute. He does sidewalk astronomy here in New York City, and he does a great job. I'm going to talk to him here in just a minute, but right now he's talking with somebody.
You wanted me to move my flat earth? Oh, just take out the air?
That's what I said to him. I said, deflate it.
No, it's going to take so much.
Is that working? He's got a video camera up against the eyepiece. All right. Well, signal just dropped a little bit, so you guys are probably getting some buffering. So a lot of the crowds are starting to thin out a little bit now. It was really crowded before. Yeah, those are telescopes. You want to look through one? Yeah, come over here.
I mean, we think it's right here. We're here. It's 10 hours. It goes around in a circle for 24 hours.
Hey, bud, take off his glasses. You can. Oh, okay, it's a bright, it looks like a light.
It's really small. John. Oh, that's
Yep. Yeah, we get them all the time.
Hey, Jupiter Joe, can I talk to
Yes,
you?
sir.
Hey, I want to introduce myself. So this is, I'm Tony Darnell, by the way.
Yep, we've met before.
Yeah,
How are you?
how you doing? I just wanted to make sure. This is Jupiter Joe. Let me get, let's
Hey,
get
guys.
closer. I'm live streaming this. There we go. Now we're both in the frame.
Yeah.
So you do a lot of sidewalk astronomy
I
here
do,
in NYC, right?
I'm actually a Times Square astronomer, so if you come down to Times Square any first quarter moon, I'm here set up on 46th and 47th Street.
How does that go, man? How do people respond to you?
Well, because I'm set up in an area where generally you have a lot of characters, immediately people think that I don't want your money. I want you just to look up.
Yeah, exactly. And so you just do this for the love of it, or is it
do
your
it for the
full-time
love of
job?
it. No, I wish it were actually.
Yeah.
But no, it's
there's no pay in
it doesn't
astronomy
pay the
outreach.
bills, but it
No.
pays the smiles.
Yeah, it does. So
Yeah.
give us an idea. What are some of the things you do with people?
So a lot of times we because granted it's New York, it's the Northeast, we have clouds, rain, bad weather, it's really cold, and we have to compensate for a lot of this light pollution. So I have to bring a lot of props out too. So usually we have things like our moon and there we go. Our moon and our Earth, so we can do scale models and let people see how far the planets actually are, or the moon is from the Earth.
Yeah.
And then we get to talk about the scale of the planets, and we'll bring out other props. And we actually started trying to engage the public in doing that. Once you engage the public, then you realize that they're like, oh, this.
The questions just start coming. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. So a lot of times the questions usually come from the stragglers that are sitting on the side, the skeptics, the people that are like, what are they doing? Are they recording me? Where's Big Brother at?
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of those questions immediately, but it engages in the conversation. And once that conversation gets engaged, Mo, Larry, Curly, everybody starts coming over and they start putting their input into it and start asking questions as well.
I love some of the ways you approach this, because today at the NEAF meeting, you had a rover, a
teacher.
It was a little like a replica of a Mars rover. And one of the things you show that isn't immediately obvious is just how slow they are.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And they just, I mean, it was just crawling on the floor, guys. I mean, it wasn't hardly moving.
The thing is, I have a lot of different rovers that I use for that.
Yeah, I saw them on your
and
booth.
because I use all the different rovers, and they all move at different speeds, kids are like, oh, why do we have a rover on Mars and it took so long to get to Gale Crater? Well, when you're moving that slow over rocks and other terrain and then taking hazards into consideration, and also the science that's happening along the way, it's not a fast process. It's a really slow process. But in the greater scheme of things, it is a very fast process when you think, hey, in the last, since 2012, we've discovered everything that we've discovered thus far.
I know, it's been a great...
And when you look at stuff like Opportunity, even though, sorry, Opportunity, you're gone now,
yeah.
But everything that it accomplished, we know that there's flowing water on Mars. Now let's find it.
Yeah. That's right.
So
that's exactly
those are the important
right.
things.
Yeah, and a lot of kids come.
Sure.
Yeah.
So usually, and that's why I try and focus my observing sessions here for the first quarter moon. Because I know that we're gonna have a good view. We're gonna get that nice terminator, so it gives people that variation to look at.
Those little shadows and the contrast.
But it also gives me the opportunity to know that there's gonna be kids in the area. When I'm doing this at midnight, not as many kids.
Yeah.
But the crowds are different, and every crowd has its different appeal to it. So the late night crowd, they're a little bit rowdy, but they're a fun crowd.
Yeah.
And they're a crowd that asks a lot of questions that you see on the internet that are pretty much fueling a lot of myths.
Yeah.
And when they ask those questions, you can engage them that way, then you know that, hey, I touched you in a way that YouTube can't.
I love your passion, man. I can just feel it standing right next to you. So when you're, if someone's coming to NYC and they want to check you out, what's the easiest way to do that?
Just go to jupiterjoesastronomy.org.
All right.
I post up whenever I'm coming out. If you're on Instagram or social media, just follow Jupiter Joe's Astronomy. And I post up a social media notice, and it tells you exactly where we're going to be, what we're going to be looking at, time, and what equipment we'll be using.
Awesome.
That way, if you want to see a Newtonian telescope, you want to see a refractor, or you want to see a special type of telescope that we might have, like we're going to be doing solar observing here, we can start coming out and start looking at the sun with us.
Oh man, thanks for what you do, man. It's so
thanks,
great
Tony,
to meet you.
I appreciate it.
Take it
Thank
easy,
you.
and best of luck, and you too. Thank you for
Take
coming
care.
by. All right, okay. That was Jupiter Joe, man. That was, if you're in NYC, you got to check it out, because I love the passion and some of the people I've met here. They just, people like him, people like Judd, what Dustin and Ian and all of OPT and one of these guys do. The passion is just so strong. You feel it so strongly, and everybody just wants to share it. And I guess maybe that's why I do what I'm doing, because I can't not post videos. I can't not talk about astronomy, and of course YouTube is the best way I do that. But I don't know. I just, there's something about it. It's like I don't know why I do it, but I can't not do it. So anyway, it's weird, but you know, people like that it's really inspirational. So it's really great. All right, let me just. Where are we in our stream? Okay, I've still got about half a battery left on my camera. I've still got streaming capability. All right. Shout outs to Jupiter Joe, most definitely. So yeah, definitely check them out, guys. Better and better, good one. So cool. Honestly, the moon is probably the most publicly engaging target. That's true. One of the things that we're talking about doing is streaming the moon and the sun full time, 24/7. Let me see. Jupiter Joe, yeah. Salty, this is so moving for me. It's like a science astronomy festival. People admiring our cosmos and talking about it. It's beautiful. It is. That's a good. Well said, man. Well said. What is the telescope looking at? They're still. They're right now. They're panning it to something else. I think they're just looking at the brightest stars they can find. At least with the Takahashi. I haven't seen Ian. I'm not quite sure what he's doing, so I should go check in with him and see what's going on with the imaging. How the hell can they see space at night above NYC? Well, visually you really can't, but we're trying to do it with imagers and cameras. So.
Right, smart of her.
Oh, yeah. So Ian, what's the story, man?
Well, couldn't get the mounts pointing correctly, but we were able to see stars through the camera and through the filter.
Okay. So
we know now that you can actually see stars in downtown New York or Times Square.
Okay, so so you know that at least in some of the band passes you'll be able to get something there.
Oh yeah. Oh, we were seeing a star field in some of the shots we got.
Okay.
We were having trouble with the mounts.
Oh,
that was all.
Okay. All right.
But we are able to get images. We can get images.
All right.
Which is great.
Okay. All right.
It's a good indicator.
So I don't get so the mount just couldn't get polar aligned?
Well, not only that, like we were just having troubles with the mount. Like we're telling it to go to Dubai, and even if we're off by a little bit on polar alignment, it was kind of going all over the place. So the pointing, for some reason, was way off. You know, we're not really sure why. We went through every setting, time, date, location, time zone, everything.
That long. Well, he's got a GPS.
That long. Yeah. Oh, it
GPS
couldn't acquire a GPS.
Oh.
But
you can't get a GPS again.
But you know, we got stars.
Yeah.
We could see stars through the filter too.
So the real challenge here tonight was there just wasn't a lot of objects. I mean, the mountain notwithstanding.
Right.
The just finding any objects that could be seen in an image this way.
Finding exciting objects. Because I mean, we saw a bunch of stars. So we saw plenty of stars. We just, you know, next time we're gonna get some HA objects.
Okay. I wanted to read a comment to you. We'll see what he said. I'm scrolling through these quickly. Oh, Superluminal is commenting. M87 Owl Nebula should pass through the Triad. But there was something else we ought to be able to see. Owl. Yeah. So, what do you think of that? Do you think is it up tonight?
I mean, it could be. I didn't check for that one. But again,
because of the pointing, we're not
the pointing, we're going to have to find it.
Okay, all right.
But I think we're just going to have to bring them out that won't need polar alignment.
Okay.
Or just, you know, set up a little further, you know, this way where we can actually see Polaris.
I'm sorry, set it up which way?
Somewhere where we can see Polaris, because Polaris is behind this building.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So three problems: building height, time of year, and polar line, and nothing really being up that would be ideal for the Triad filter. So. All right. Well, cool. All right. Well, so what are we going to do now? Are we just going to?
Let's take a look at the Owl Nebula to see if it's on here. And
all right.
I mean, if it's straight up.
All right. So superluminal, he's going to check it out. What app is that?
This is Sky Safari.
Okay.
Is that M87? M97? Was it?
Yeah, I think so. Lots happening here tonight.
A lot.
All right.
So it's right above the dipper.
It's in the cup of the dipper, I think.
Right underneath the bowl.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Our field of view is about 1.5, so that's what it would look like.
Yeah.
Our field of view.
So, I mean, you can get the beehive, right? Because the beehive is cast and polished, and that would have cleared there.
Right about now.
Yeah.
I think we can maybe just.
Because it's almost straight. It should be straight up almost, right?
Let's see. What's that? M40.
M44. It's next to Castor Pollux. It's in Cancer. You can't see. But
Yeah.
it's Gemini. Again, that's about like a degree and change.
Oh, we definitely will see that. Hit the wrong button.
Oh
We're
man,
going
don't you
all
hate that?
the way in
Don't you
orbit.
hate that?
Back to Earth.
That's what it would look like. It's right there.
Yeah, exactly right.
All right, somebody's getting married. Newlyweds on Times Square. Newlyweds.
At 62 degrees. So if I did this, it would be what, over here? So it would be more over here, kind of, well, so it'd be kind of behind this building here.
Right. So there.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, there's a whirlpool.
No, we wouldn't be able
That's
to
not
get
gonna.
that.
You're not gonna get that here.
I don't think the whirlpool will be very good. Very good.
That's okay. We got a lot of people out here talking about astronomy in Times Square. You think that would ever happen?
No. No.
Which I think is awesome.
Yeah, and there's been some really good enthusiasm here too.
yeah.
I think so. It's been.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea then, Ian, is we've sort of tested the concept here. Next October, the idea is to come back.
Where there's targets straight above.
Where there's plenty of targets that we can see.
Because we know now that, well, one,
And
we
more
can get
prep
stars.
time.
We can get stuff through the Triad filter,
Yeah.
which means we can get data. Because playing with the sliders, we were able to block out that light pollution and get results with the stars in the field.
So that was by rescaling it?
Yeah,
Just restricting
yeah,
it?
just changing the black and white points. So we're able to see stuff through the Triad filter, which is really exciting.
So this is the most light polluted area that you've tried this with?
Oh yeah, and we were able to get stars.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, you keep saying that. It's like we got stars, man.
To me, I
We
can't
got
believe
stars.
it. Because so what we did was we took off the filter. Oh, it's washed white. It's all white. You can't see anything.
Yeah.
Put the filter back on. Saw a star field.
Okay,
We
so
saw
it's
a
doing
star-
its job.
Exactly.
A lot of this stuff is just getting blocked
So
out.
blocked out the light.
So with the guider or with the exposures, what kind of exposures were you
We did
running?
a 10-second exposure.
Yeah.
Actually, well, for that star field, we did a 5-second exposure. And that's how we saw all the stars.
Okay, but ideally for something like the Owl Nebula or jellyfish or whatever it is, what are we
Probably
looking
like
at?
5 minutes. Yeah.
But with the mount
Really
not
fast
tracking,
scope.
that's out of the question.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's disappointing. Yeah.
Again,
If you're setting up here again, maybe it may even make sense to set up kind of like a filter that blocks out literally like this.
Yeah.
Like an actual like mounts onto the scope itself, like a funnel. Yeah. Well, I've seen astronomers. I've seen like some club members do something like that in the city.
Well, again, I mean, we were able to see stars through the Triad. So to me, that tells me that we can really image any object, anything that emits those 4 wavelengths that the Triad lets through.
So hang on, what is it? H alpha, H beta?
S2 and O3.
S2, I forgot about it, that one. So it's four paths, not 3.
So I'd say like, even like visually, like you can probably do most of the Messier with like a 100mm scope in the city.
Yeah.
Like you have to go like to way far out sometimes, but you can still do it in the city.
I know. All right.
All right. Well, we still streaming, man, but I don't know what else we want. I don't know what. So.
We got people in line looking through telescopes.
Oh yeah, let me do that. Let me switch it around.
I think they're looking at.
What are they looking at?
They were looking at
Okay.
I'm not sure what they're looking at now. It's not
Yeah, they moved it. They were looking at it before.
All right, Ian, I love these batteries, man, but they are heavy. I had to tie this one. I had to tie it to me because I was like lugging it around because I ended up not staying in one spot, right? I ended up moving everywhere to kind of make this more active a stream. So and it's like, what do you got to do? So Steven tied it on for me. Now I'm all.
Put it in your backpack.
Yeah, well, I could have, but I would have had to stop all that streaming. So, all right, guys.
Got me out of the picture, like,
Whew. All right, let me set this back. So what did you guys think of that? So, I mean, you heard Ian say it. I mean, we're probably not going to get any images of nebulae tonight, but at least they were getting stars. And as a proof of concept, I guess that was enough. So we'll be, I still don't get why that mount couldn't be tracked down. Well, it must be because of the fact that there was just no pole star they could get hold of. I'm not sure. And the fact there was no GPS signal. Did you hear that? No GPS signal in Times Square. That's weird. All right. Let's see. So Moon Eye Stargazer, what apps do you recommend for astronomy and stargazing? So I have on mine, well the one I use is, I don't use it very much though. Where'd it go? Anyway, Ian was using Sky Safari, that was a good one, but I have, where'd it go? I'm trying to find my Sky app. I was gonna put it up. Oh, Skyview. I use the Skyview free one. So, so the Skyview is what it does is it has this little when you point the camera at things, you can see what stars are visible through the image of the camera. And I like that. Plus it plays a really cool planetarium music. So Skyview is what I use. These guys were using Sky Safari. So there you go. That's answered your question. Okay, well let me see where we at on the, let me go into Discord. I haven't done that yet. Let's see, Discord. Looking at Tony going through his phone. YouTube and Twitch are both rock solid. Thanks, Uncle B. You forgot to set the stream title in Twitch. It still says Hubble Constant Measurements.
What are we talking about?
Oh, I'm just reading the chats of people, man. This is great with what we're doing, don't you think? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, okay, so we didn't get any nebula, but
Well, it doesn't matter.
Ian was just telling me, we got stars.
Yeah,
so,
that's the whole point. That's all the city
yeah.
needs to see.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing this in October with mounts that we don't have to polar align visually. And we come out here, do some long exposures, and this is it. We know the filter works through the light pollution now because we got stars with a black background, so we needed that, so we got that. And now we do it with a mount that we can polar align without having to do it visually. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done, man. We're there. And the city's approving it, so we will have T adapters on the back of the scopes, of each of the scopes, so that people bring their own cameras and leave with their own photos. They click their camera on, take the photo, walk away with their own photos.
That's going to be great, man.
It's golden.
And
We've got a lot to talk about on the podcast.
I know, we do. We got
to.
Yeah.
We do. I got to get back over here.
All right, see you later, man. So yeah, this, so like I said, with October coming, that's going to be more of a plethora of objects to look at. So that'll be apparently a better idea, a better time. So let me see here. I want to get to. I was going to get. Oh, I'm in Discord now. Let's see, Mike K. Where was Home? Did Home Muffin come by? Was it that? Was his name Peter? Anyway, was that Home Muffin that I talked to earlier? Because he didn't say. Just remember, he walked up. I gave him he got a shirt. Okay, so Discord's not doing a whole lot, but thanks Uncle B for letting me know about the stream. Yeah, here's the thing about the titles on Twitch and Periscope is I have to use Restream to do that, and Restream is real twitchy, no pun intended, on getting the things that I put in to stay. So anyway, that's why it's the way it is. I keep looking at the viewfinder, folks. I'm sorry about that. That's like streaming etiquette no, and I apologize. There's a lot going on here. There's some Discord. Let me go back to that. All right. I don't know. What do you guys think? Was this worth doing? Was this fun? Did you guys enjoy it? Would you guys do more of these kinds of things? I mean, this was great for me. With Deep Astronomy, we're going to be, we produce this podcast with OPT and Space Junk, and so definitely check it out, listen to it. I don't know how much longer we're going to stay here. I think we're just going to, I think we're out of shirts, and we're just going to just start milling about and talk. I've still got some bandwidth and battery on the camera, so I'll keep that going for as long as I can. All right. So there we go. All right. Ooh, I am tired. It has been a long day. This is a long day. But it's cool being here. There's a Starbucks right there, though. I might get a cup of coffee. So here's the thing. You guys heard of this energy drink? This is all they drink at OPT. Bang energy drink. It's actually quite good.
You want to say something about this?
You want to say something? You want to say about Bang? Go for it. Get in here. Get in here.
I don't want to say anything bad on the camera.
Oh. You like to bang, huh?
Do you want some bang?
Yeah, and I'll have some energy drink. Thank you. Sorry, it's a bad joke. All right. Huh? It's going pretty well. People are, where the stream's been strong, and people are watching and talking to us, and it's been this has been fun. This has been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. So it's worked really well. I can't believe how great the equipment's working.
Police department up there.
Yeah, they haven't bothered us once.
You're right on the flag. That's great.
Yeah, I found the flag. I've got being patriotic here, although I'm a little overexposed for the flag. Yeah. God bless America. So let's see. Yeah. Thanks, Andy. Daniel Yout, I always take part in sidewalk astronomy if I get a chance. That's great. Thanks, man. James Dugan, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Hey, you know, when Stephen Swancoat goes up to the UK, he's going to be interviewing Daniel. I forgot his last name now. Anyway, I just want to do a shout out to the UK amateur community, because you guys, you'd think that the UK would not have a strong amateur astronomy community because of all, you know, the weather. The weather is not the best in the world. It's not always very clear, but it's got one of the strongest, if not stronger, amateur astronomy community there than the United States per capita, because you guys are passionate. You do a lot of great work. I see you guys online all the time, and the UK amateur astronomy community is really, really strong, and I would like to be able to get some of this capability over to you guys, taken over and hit some of the areas in the UK, not the least of which my wife and I can take a trip back to her home, so that would be fun. So Carol, thank you, man. It's a great outreach activity. Podcast, yeah, Space Junk. Let me do this. It is Space Junk Podcast. I'm the co-host with Dustin Gibson, and it's starting to explode. So subscribe to it. It's on all of the podcast indicators. It's on Spotify, iTunes, all of it. So because I upload it to Anchor.fm, and it goes to all the syndications. So Space Junk Podcast. We have it's all about amateur astronomy, but we talk about all kinds of other things too. We have major corporations and vendors and telescope companies coming online, but we also have astrophotographers, artists, and we had Phil Plate on recently. We talked with Fraser Kane, so it's just been a lot of fun. It's really starting to take off. I got noticed for that more here. People came up to me, go, "Are you Tony from the Space Junk Podcast?" than I did from my deep astronomy work, because the audience was so targeted toward amateur astronomy. So that was really cool. Let's see, when am I heading home, Chris? Tomorrow. I head home tomorrow. We got a flight late tomorrow. I'm not driving, I'm flying. Let's see. Alexander Reinders, hey man, it's good to see you. Germany. Damn, what is it? What time is it here? 21, so it's about 10 o'clock here. What is it, like 6 in the morning in Germany? Damn. You've been up all night, haven't you? Yeah, I know you, man. You've been up imaging. Tell us what you've been imaging. So, yeah, you use Sky Safari Pro. Yeah, and that seems to be what a lot of people around here are using. So, yeah, that was... okay. Well, things are kind of winding down here. I'm going to keep streaming for as long as I can. Oh man, you dropped the bang. Dropped the bang. Those energy drinks are good. They are. That's what's gotten me through this day. It has been a long day. All right, hi. Yeah. It's weird when you're streaming.
Fascinating.
Huh?
Are y'all done your stream yet?
I'm trying to decide. I mean, we're still here, but I'm kind of, I guess we're kind of winding down, so I might stop it soon.
Okay, cool. I'll stream by when you're done.
You want to be on camera? Just let me go over here.
But you're in one of the guys that was
Sounds good. Let me do one thing.
Let's take a picture together.
We're about to.
And then at the end, it's like, the last black hole. It's like 1 trillion.
I'm showing people. Okay, yeah.
Are you still streaming?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we're about to get a picture, and then we're gonna tear down. And
You guys are from New York? You guys are from New York? Send me permission, go tell them.
I don't really know what you do.
So you're just visiting New York vacation? You guys, let's do it. It's a really nice weather right now. How are you liking it here? You like the weather?
Yeah, he's over here. But it would be nice to like hear about them.
Where is Steven go? You're getting hungry again. How often do you guys live in New York? How do you like it?
Baby doctor. I deliver the baby. I get
I won't lie. The first 2 years, I was just ready to go back. But for me, after I started working, meeting people, then I was like, no, I'll stay here now. But I really want to visit Florida, especially one of my friends is there. So he was like, hey, whenever you come, just visit us. I'm going to do that. I don't know. He's coming to New York like in a week or so. So I'll get to talk more and see.
Yeah, we got.
I had alcohol.
Actually, Tony is also from Florida.
Yeah.
So, on 4.5K,
All right, cool. All right, I'll get ready to start signing off. All right, guys, we are getting ready to. We're getting ready to tear down now. I want to thank you all for hanging in there with me on this chat or on this the live stream. It was a test for a lot of things. Did a lot of proof of concepts here. I never had walked around with big heavy battery. I was basically completely mobile with this live view unit, so I was able to go around and stream with this. Do you see that bit rate, man? That's a nice bit rate. Anyway, this worked really well. So, there's my Verizon modem, and I've got my other phone, which is on T-Mobile, which was crap. But it's still, we got pretty good throughput, pretty good stream quality, so that worked out pretty well. Ian and Dustin are happy with the performance of the of the Triad filter. And like I said, that this was a proof of concept, so we're coming back in October and get a lot of other people involved. I think Fraser Kane will be involved. I think Travis Burke from National, and they're trying to get National Geographic here as well. So next October should be the main event. But the proof of concept, will the Triad filter even work? And they showed that it did. And so if you want to learn more about it, then please check out the links in this description box, or just go to obtcorp.com and check out their stuff. I am an affiliate with them, so you can if you do buy things from clicking on the links that I provide, then you're helping out Deep Astronomy too. And so I'm going to go ahead and sign off now from Times Square. Thank you all so much for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for commenting. And as always, keep looking up. But good night, guys.
Yeah, we got stuck in the traffic.
better this way. Will work. October, man. Let's do it. Awesome. Oh. All right. All right, man. Let's tear it down.